Hey everybody, it's Dr. Levitt here. I am at my office in Connecticut where we've had a difficult start to our springtime season here. It's been wet and it's been cold for the last several days. And that kind of weather always corresponds with an increase in people feeling aches and pains, arthritic pains, rheumatic pains in their joints. Science has wondered for a long time, and many doctors and researchers have wondered whether or not this is a real phenomenon and can we prove it? Do people really have the ability to predict bad weather, or does bad weather really cause joint pain in the way that so many patients believe that it does? The science here is not totally conclusive. It's certainly a little bit of muddy waters, but what little we do know does appear to support the link that, your Aunt Shirley or grandma or grandpa or old Uncle Charlie are indeed able to experience the phenomenon of weather inside their own joints. And here's how we think it works. It mostly hinges upon barometric or atmospheric pressure. So on the planet that we live on, there's a certain amount of pressure pushing down on us at all times. And when the climate or the weather changes, that pressure changes too, and we see that in the barometer. Now, when the barometer is high, when atmospheric pressure is higher, you're getting more force, sort of compressing you to an extent. This is microscopic stuff, but you're being squeezed lightly under conditions of high atmospheric pressure. Now, correspondingly, when the atmospheric pressure is lower, we're getting less squeezed and our body can expand into that expanded space with less pressure upon us. We see the same thing happening in an airplane, right, which goes up to a high altitude, and as a result there's lower atmospheric pressure there. And even though the cabin in an airplane is pressurized, people will expand a bit, and you'll often see this as swelling or edema in the feet and the ankles and the lower extremities as a result of lower pressure in the airplane cabin. Now, higher pressure usually means better weather, warmer, drier climates. Lower pressure usually means worse weather, rainy, wet, cold, like it's been around here lately. So indeed, there may be some truth to the fact that lower atmospheric pressure corresponds with increased joint pain in people who can predict the weather with their joints. In fact, there's a funny thing I came upon recently. It's a website by the agency Intellicast. It's a national weather forecasting agency, and they have a website with an index for aches and pains, and it corresponds to barometric pressure. We're happy to put a link for it below the video here. But you can see there, National Register of Barometric Pressure, and it's called the Aches and Pains Index, where one might feel better or worse depending on atmospheric pressure in their joints. So there's a lot of things that you can do to try to help improve the health of your joints, all sorts of things in the diet and nutritional supplements, omega-3 fatty acids, all that good stuff. You can't do much to control the weather around you, but at least now you have a better sense of how the weather affects your joints. So I hope you enjoyed that, and take good care.